It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I always enjoy talking about my favorite artists who make my social media experience a lot more bearable. The world wants me to believe that it's becoming less and less creative, and to an extent I kind of believe it is. But every day, artists like the ones that I've shared and the ones I'm about to share let me believe that there's still hope. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I love the games, I love the characters, the movies, everything. The Blue Blur and all his friends have been a huge part of my life since I was a kid. The franchise doesn't have the most solid track record critically, and I can't always stand by Sega's decisions, but what I can stand by and confidently say is that the Sonic fan community is one of the most talented fandoms on the internet. The plethora of fan games, events, and fan arts that the community creates always feeds me, even if Sonic Team doesn't. One of my absolute favorite artists in the Sonic community is easily Corn Art. Corn art makes the kind of art you can imagine hanging in an art museum in one of those big gold frames. And even though the art features Sonic the Hedgehog, you'd still look at it in the gallery and say, yeah, it's truly our generation's Picasso. And most of his illustrations are rendered like paintings, with bold brushstrokes that feel rough when you zoom in, but when you zoom out and look at the full picture, it's rendered so beautifully that you can see that each stroke was very meaningful. Like the highlights on Sonic's legs here may look like they were just splashed on, and maybe Corn really is that good and he did just splash it on, but that particular highlight at that particular color and that particular angle makes all the difference when making Sonic's legs look like it has dimension. It would feel so much more flat without that one stroke. The art is so good and it exudes that unique coolness that I can only associate with Sonic characters. Like, you may believe that some of these are official art, and well, you'd be correct. Corn has been commissioned by Sega themselves to create art to help promote the release of Sonic X Shadow Generations. And Sega might want to consider hiring the guy full time because his concept ideas are bangers that would make great games if fully realized. Like his Silver the Hedgehog concept, which saw Silver taking the lead role as he tries to prevent a future where Sage, an AI created by Eggman, begins world domination, the Sage Empire. Not only does Silver look badass with this tattered cape, his Neo Sage concept is incredible. When Corn Art posted this, he started a whole ass art movement. People made fan art of his fan art, expanding on the idea even further. If Sonic isn't your thing, Corn does it all. From Resident Evil to Tekken to Dragon Ball, he's kinda just got it like that and he keeps getting better. In a world where every company is trying to simplify and drain all the fun out of their logos, there is one artist who is trying to save us all. Detective makes these really vibrant and striking logos that are meant to represent a character's entire character with only the art of typography. Check out this one for Sylveon. The entire logo looks like it's made up of Sylveon's ribbons as it twists and turns over itself to create each letter. And of course, the ears and hair bow are really cute touches. The Arceus logo is truly genius. I'm not crazy, right? The letters look like a side profile of Arceus themselves. The S is the head and the front legs, and the A is the tail and the hind legs. And of course, the ring that wraps around Arceus' body is represented strongly in the back center of the logo. From Sonic to Kirby to Piplup to Impmon, Detective makes letters that feel like characters. I want an animated series for them already. Or a manga, or a game, or a light novel, or an audiobook, anything! Mao Mao's Battle Girls are so freaking cool. 2 Gyarus decked out with pressed-on nails, scrunchies, cute keychains, and yeah, big swords. Swords that are just as bedazzled as their wielders. There is Anna, brandishing a katana seethed in a pink leopard print. She seems like she's fierce in her attacks and her words. She's always hauling her big duffel bag around, which I imagine holds more bandages and makeup than any study material. And then there's her friend Momika. She seems to be a bit more chill than Anna, but don't let that fool you. She's got a big Tanto blade and she can clearly take a hit. She's definitely my favorite out of the two. I love her big hair and bangs, but they're both so cool. Whether it be taking a phone call, adjusting their leg warmers, or standing in the rain, these gals are always serving. Blame my girlfriend for adding serving and slaying to my everyday vocab, but how else would you describe such unadulterated aura? Their coolness can't be questioned, but who are these battle gals battling? Based on this illustration, I suspect it's demons. Here you can see Momika comforting a crying child, who looks like they were on their way to school. You can see green liquid covering the girl. The same green liquid can be seen on Anna's blade and the girl's backpack. My guess is the Battle Gals had to rescue the little one from a demon ambush, and this scene is depicting the aftermath. Even if there's no manga or anime in the future featuring these fierce fighters, I'll keep happily enjoying Mao Mao's art. Fervently. Sorry, I had one more F word in me. 100 Meters or Hayukeimu is one of 2025's best, if not the best, anime movie. At the very least, it was definitely my favorite. I think artist JA_A_A_A__ feels the same way as I do, as they have pretty much exclusively been drawing fan art for the movie since the first trailer dropped. They captured those exciting, fast-paced moments of the 100-meter race with beautiful intensity. They're also really good at capturing still moments in what would otherwise be a mad 10-second dash, especially the art where they recreate the standout moment from the movie, capturing the raw emotions leading up to, during, and after the race. Like the intense focus before the start pistol, your opponent unexpectedly passing you by, or the moment you remember why you started doing this in the first place. Seriously, go watch 100 Meters and after that go follow JA_A_A_. I will never not be impressed by the patience and dedication it takes to animate anything, as someone who went to school to study it and found out the hard way that I lacked the discipline to do it. Making a simple ball bounce can be laborsome, let alone drawing an entire music video with color pencils, which is exactly what Alme Mimay does for work. Alme Mimay is a professional animator that must love what they do, because I don't think art like theirs can exist with only the desire to see the end product. This is a process that must take extreme dedication and time to pull off. They animate mostly frame by frame using pencil crayon, and the results are beautiful. As I mentioned, they've done a music video, which was for the song Imprisoned 12 by Alme Mimay. They've also done work in the anime industry on One Piece, and most recently the Season 2 ending of Frieren, which, my god man, it's incredible. Not all of this is done frame by frame though. There's a few cuts that you can tell are layered and some animations are looped, but then you get cuts like these that flow so smoothly. The transitions between seasons as trees grow and die, and as time goes on, in their wake, something new is born. And then there's this jaw-dropping 360 as the camera flows through this field around Frieren until it lands on her face. I imagine there's not much room for error in a process like this. I'm sure Alme Mimay sketches stuff out, but there must be a point of no return when you start putting down those darker tones and those smears where erasing isn't an option. And I will never understand why some people are okay with potentially losing art like this. Even if generative AI could make something like this, like exactly the same, knowing that it was made with a prompt instead of a real pencil or crayon in the palm of someone's hand will take away so much of what makes art like this special. To me, the point was never about, oh, AI looks bad, because if it continues, it's only a matter of time that it doesn't. We already see how far it's come. The point for me has always been generative AI is hurting our planet. It's eliminating jobs, it's scamming people, and trying to devalue the work of real artists. I'm specifically talking about generative AI. I won't act like there aren't some positives that have come from the tech, but if there was a button that I could press to make it all disappear, I'd press that button. Because AI is overwhelmingly being used to scam, steal, and just be gross to people, and making it way too easy to do so. It's amazing to see so many artists persevere during these crazy times. I hope they know how much better they're making the world with their creations. Whether it's a glorious, thought-provoking illustration, or a picture of my favorite waifu, they're all masterpieces in my book.